Hi and welcome to How to Use CAD. Today's tutorial is the first for a new playlist called the USA Edition. The playlist will feature 10 penthouse apartments from New York to Seattle, and you may consider the playlist as an excellent opportunity to develop a broader range of design skills as we explore the elements on our non-stop tour of US architecture, starting with a luxury $6 million apartment overlooking Brooklyn Bridge in New York. One John Street, $6 million apartment, basically a 3-bedroom apartment, and a rather large living area and dining room. So let's have a look at some of the photos for the project. There you go, that's the roof garden, looking down on the, which river is that on New York? Humber, I think. There you go, the very famous Brooklyn Bridge, and I guess this is a very well, a much sought after area of New York, and penthouse apartments, etc. But the terrace looks lovely, excellent views, and as we scroll through the photos you will see it's really desirable. As you can see, this is a pretty relaxing area, you know, nice porcelain tiles on the floor, a bit of carpeting, and your own Barbie, etc., which is great. Right, so let's have a go inside. Right, inside, there you go, you come down the stairs here and come into the main living area. And so at the back here we've got a big old kitchen, a superb size island, obviously stools, sink, hob, etc. Units look lovely, they're quite flush, and they're quite larger than maybe your standard units that we would have. So they look to be about 1,000 wide, and some of them I know that they actually, those doors fold, I'm aware of that, and then they've got drawers at the bottom. It was quite interesting. So looking at the windows, we can see that the windows are in fact one big section. There's no small, you know, broken up windows with timber or aluminium or steel frame. They're just extra large windows and a lovely floor to ceiling height here. The columns look great, obviously structurally they're needed. Lights are surface, which you would expect because it's a concrete floor, and recessed lighting is, again, the only way you're going to achieve that is by putting in a false ceiling throughout, because otherwise you'd be interfering with the structure and fireproofing, etc., if you start digging in the concrete floor to get lights in. Right, so lovely large area here. So let's look at more photos. As I said, is the dining area, not the dining area, that's the way to the rooftop. I like the fact that in case there's kids in here, they've blocked this off, which means that you need an adult, I would imagine, to open this up and to get access to the roof terrace, which I guess is beautiful. But big large doors here, 3 big large doors to the roof terrace. Again, love the tiles, love the slabs, love the steel work, brushed steel on the balustrading, and ornamental steel work supporting it. So back again, slightly different view from the other corner. Again, you see the columns, you're starting to see the windows and the views. Views are absolutely out of this world, they're really fantastic. You also get an opportunity to see the size of that island, and it's about 2 meters wide at least, yeah. So it would be absolutely fab to come and sit here on the island, or even sit in the dining table, and or of course to crash on the lounge. But it looks absolutely superb. Love the flooring as well, light oak or medium oak throughout. Nothing too outrageous about that. You see, when I look at skirtings and so on, it's pretty bog standard. Windows, yeah, on here now they don't have any blinds or anything, so it's impossible to block these out. So in the bedrooms, I think they have roller blinds, but we'll see. So the idea here of dropping the furniture on a big chunk of carpet on a lovely polished floor, that works very well. That really works well. Right, now looking again at the dining room, getting a better or a closer look at the kitchen. You see they have an extractor built in here. Fantastic. Got some more lights built in. Again, you're getting an idea about what I said about the size of the units. The oven seems to be extra wide. This could be a micro, it could be a whole range of, it could be a mini oven, I don't know. But again, it does look quite nice. The large windows, at least 2.3 meters tall. They give a fantastic view, especially all set up the way they are. There is about 8 or 10 columns in the apartment, but they just seem to disappear. You don't really notice them, which is lovely. Furniture is very simple, very basic. But I'm not seeing $6 million worth, so that's fine. Each to their own, I guess. Right, coming back down to the living room or the living area, couch looks very cozy, and you can see they've got a divide here. And within the divide, they got a big old TV, which obviously tilts. Love the sliding doors and cupboards because they're quite useful. Little chess set there, I think. But yeah, again, the views are outstanding. I think the views are really fabulous. But everything else seems to be quite basic, quite standard, nothing too extravagant at this point. So if we move down into one of the bedrooms, you can see, again, this is a corner of the building, so you've got this double view, which is absolutely awesome. And because of the height, of course, you get a great look, especially the railway. I wonder if you can hear the railway from the apartment. Windows don't look anything too special, but I guess they must be double, even triple glazing. Again, nice strip lighting on the top, roller blinds for the light, as in sleeping accommodation, you need to darken everything down. So socket wise, I'm not seeing much in the way of sockets as we move around the place. Must be something going on. Obviously there is lighting and sockets, but they're just not an abundance of them that you would normally see in a UK home, etc. But perhaps they don't use in an apartment like this. They don't need them for anything. Bedroom is well furnished and well fitted out. Very, very smart, very neat. Okay, so again, now this is the ensuite for that particular bathroom or for that particular bedroom. Love the oversized doors, and love the huge walk-in shower area. It's twin, I can see that, so two people can shower at the same time, which is quite nice. And obviously you got a bit of privacy on the loo. The mosaics are quite neat, are quite nice also. Other than that, very simple. Again, views are quite great, quite good. Okay, moving bedroom number 2. More views of the bridge or the railway. Again, furnished. It's quite smart, but again, it doesn't look too extravagant. It's just a nice style, I guess. Nothing much I can say about here, but yeah, I certainly like it. Right, kids' bedroom. Love the. Is it a wigwam or a tipi? I'm not quite sure what you call that, but again, quite lovely. Everything put together quite nicely. Love this one. Little balloons, etc. What's this one? You are loved. Love it. And this kind of screening or cladding with the cutouts and the city profiles, quite lovely to emphasize kiddies' room. And I mean, it's actually quite mature, a mature kiddies' room. So it's probably a very young teen, but it strikes me as a little feminine. So I guess it's a girl's room, more so than a boy. Anyway, here we go. Here we are. We're back. Now, if you recall, that was the living area. And on the other side you have the TV and so on. Well, now this is meant to be the games room or the media room. I guess if you have an idea of playing your games or Call of Duty or something like that, and that's the place to be. And again, nice little desktop there, but nothing looks like it gets used too much. It's very ornamental rather than used, but does look very cozy. Again, family bathroom, very simple, walk-in shower. I love the units onto the wall rather than sitting on the floor. I've always liked that style. The actual sink and the taps and so on, very smart, but again, nothing too special. Right, tiles are plain, all nice design, but very plain. Lighting is quite lovely. Another bathroom, again quite plain, similar style of units, similar fittings, etc. Sort of unified it. Yeah, the shower looks great. That looks like a really good old shower in there. And I love the tub. I love the squareness of it. So in the UK we tend to have tubs that are used for bathtubs, but sometimes they can be a little dangerous because they're a little bit round on the base there. So these are great because they look like good and square, nice and safe to have a shower in. And again, same lights, same furnishings. Right, now we're getting back to the plan. So for the plan, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this one and I'm going to show you what I did with CAD, because don't forget this is a CAD tutorial. Okay, we're back in CAD. As you can see, I've managed to bring some photos in and the layout, a layout plan, so that we have a far better idea, so because I can relate the photos, the elements within the plan. So yeah, we're looking at a $6 million apartment, and the views are fantastic, and it's obviously a really decent building. But what I want to do is I want us to take a look at the architectural elements within the apartment, and let's just see how much it varies or what makes it worth so much money apart from the location. But it's certainly, I'm not seeing it within the layouts or the actual furnishings and so on and so forth. But it's a gorgeous apartment, don't get me wrong. It's a gorgeous apartment, gorgeous layout. But it just looks way pricey, because you're certainly not paying for the fittings and the furnishings. Right, so if we look, this was the kitchen area, which is obviously up here. And you can see, I'm going to go in a bit. So you can see you got folding cupboards there, you got a wine, you got oven, or as I would imagine is refrigerator. You got a dishwasher built into the island, sink, a decent sized hob, and you got a great sized living and dining room. And then you got sliding doors here, which we've seen. The sliding door elements, that's the sliding doors here. Sliding doors slip back, and what I loved about the staircase was it's big, you know, it's nice and wide. It's not like compact, which in most cases or in loads of places that's what it is. And what I love here is it's about 1200 wide, and the treads are large and easy flowing. So whilst you can go up the stairs or have to go up the stairs, it's a nice easy walk to get up there. So back in the living room, what they have here is they got sliding doors. So sliding doors is the break into the media playroom, so you can seal it all off. This I'm not quite sure. I would imagine it's shelving, but I can't tell. Here you got a sliding door as well, so if you are in there, you can go to the bedroom, hallway, loo, etc. But the sliding door elements here to separate the media playroom and even a bedroom, as like they say, it could be a bedroom. Great idea, yeah, great idea. Closet area, it could be for anything, yeah, but again, quite lovely. So we saw that one laid out as a little office games room, which photo was that? We have that photo here. No, we don't have that photo here, but I'm hopefully, oh no, there you go, that's your photo. So we've seen it laid out. So when the doors are closed, you can see Actually, that's quite nice the way they do it, because they close in. You don't actually see the door within the recess most of the time, but all you have to do is, I guess, is open it back and then slide the doors. It's quite lovely. And I am right, you see the shelving here? So there is recessed shelving within this area, which is display shelving, which is quite lovely, yeah. I haven't got a clue what that is, I don't know. So let's take a walk down into the bedrooms. Again, we've seen all the bedrooms. Walk-in wardrobe we didn't see, not in the photographs. But this is the corner. This is the corner bedroom, so it's clearly this one. And this is obviously the best bedroom in the house, because because it's a corner, and then it's got the walk-in wardrobes, which is quite lovely. And then of course you got this ginormous double shower, etc. And you got your loo. So it's a beautiful ensuite, and I love the way that it's all open, and the walk-in wardrobe kind of creates a bit of space again between the bedroom and the shower room. So it's a gorgeous room, and look at the double aspect view. That's fantastic. Right, next bedroom, I would imagine this one. Which bedroom is this? This would be... Which bedroom do you think this is? Let me have a little look here. So if that's the master bedroom, then this one is not a corner bedroom. So this one here is here. And you've got closets, not a huge amount of closet, but at least you've got closet. I probably, if I was designing this, I would have given all of the closet to the bedroom, because that little space is just not enough. Guest room fine, but not enough. Right, come on back down again into the last bedroom. This is the kiddies room, the one with the TP, which again we've seen. It's is it this one? It may well be this one, but otherwise we don't necessarily have all the photos for all the bedrooms. So we had this bedroom, corner bedroom, one with the TP. Yeah, oh, that's the middle one. That's this one here. Okay, so again, I mean, I'm looking, and I would imagine that the kiddies room is not the one with the ensuite and the cloakroom. So I would imagine this was the one with the teepee, or the wigwam. So that's the kiddies room in there. So we're working it out as we go through. Again, we see the rooms don't look big, but 17'6", you know, that's a good sized room. So maybe the 17'6" is here. So really, it's about, maybe it's this one. I can't tell, but I would imagine it is. So even 14 foot isn't it's not a huge room, but it's okay. And you've got these structural columns here as well. Right. So back in here we have family bathroom. Yeah, you can have a wash. I should think so. £6 million, $6 million apartment. I would expect to be able to have a wash. In here is laundry room, dryer, washer. Yeah, dryer, washer, very simple. And then here you have a guest loo, I guess. So you don't have to go down into the bedroom areas. It's nice to have a separate guest loo. So the entrance to the flat is here, and it's obviously more flats here than probably another one in the middle. So I think what probably makes part of what makes this flat really expensive, or this penthouse apartment, what am I saying, not flat, would be the fact that it's it's got the two corners, it's got the full width, and it's got the views on the Humber. Is it the Humber? I think, I'm sure it is the Humber. But it's got the view on the river and of Brooklyn Bridge, and of course you've got the roof terrace. So all of that adds up. That's your roof terrace plan. But the entrance is there now. So what can I tell you? I think you should be getting familiar with the plan now, and the question is whether you, like me, do you think it's worth $6 million? What I'd say is leave a comment or two, and please tell me it's not just me thinks this flat is like out of this world, because I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing a pretty standard apartment, and I think the money is entirely based around where it is rather than what it is. Okay, so to pick up on the architectural aspects of it, what I did was I decided to sketch it out. And by that I mean, let's have a little peep here. What I did was I traced from the PDF. So I've shown how to do that in many of the videos. What you do is scale the PDF to the correct scale. You can do that because you've got measurements. I've got loads of other videos that teach how to scale the PDFs. And so what I did was I scaled, and then I made a copy, and then I drew my horizontal and vertical lines, and that was the outline of the apartment. And the aim is to, like, it's one thing to look at the apartment and wander around or listening to me waffle around, but if you really want to pick up on the elements, then you need to put a little bit more time in and a little bit more detail. So what I did was, first off, I learned quite a bit about the apartment just by doing the outline. And then then I thought, no, I want to go another stage. I want to go a stage further. So I did. And for this stage, what I did was I decided to do the interior, as in do the interior layout. Let me pull it up there. Yeah, here we go. Oops, that's not the right one. So the interior layout, and again, you see, I did my vertical and horizontals and started to deal with it. So as you can see, I've got the windows in, I've got the walls in, I've got the kitchen, and so on and so forth. But there's loads more detailing I can do. I can fit out the bathrooms, for example, the laundry room, the loo, and I can fit out then with furniture. I can do the stools, I can do the lighting, and again, within here you got the shower room. This was the shower room, the walk-in wardrobes. Again, I could put out all that. I could put some more wardrobes in here and there if I wanted to. But again, I didn't need that. But what I enjoyed was elements like, for example, finding out what the wall thicknesses were. And it would seem that at the top, because if a building is, say, 5 floors or something like that, it's not too big. I can see it's not a skyscraper, but if it's about 5 floors, then at the top it's only like a normal house, which is effectively about 300 mil, and that's exactly what I found. These walls were 300 mil, based on this drawing here. So then I discovered that the walls between the apartments, which would be this wall all the way around, were about 200 mil. So this lot is about 200 separating the apartments. That's probably because of fireproofing, etc. And then the interior walls, 150. And because I'm sure this is a steel framed building, you don't need to have joists, so you don't need to have walls going through to support the main structure. But again, for me it's kind of interesting. And whilst it took a few hours to do this, there's a lovely learning curve. And and of course, when I'm finished, I'm thinking, right, well, I'm looking at a $6 million apartment. And I've just drawn a $6 million apartment. And I'd like, if you're a young architect or a technician or someone that is pursuing a life or a career within architecture, I'd like you to do the same as me. I'd like you to actually go get your PDF and scale, learn how to scale. You can find how to do it in my other videos. And draw the apartment and sketch it out, and then perhaps even take it to the next level. And the next level would be, as I say, furnishing it out, getting more detail in. And there's a huge learning curve here. I love the sliding doors. I certainly didn't pick that up just looking at the photos, but you pick up stuff. The oversized doors, for example. I mean, when I looked at the bathroom, let me just look. That's not a standard door. That's about 1,000. That's about a meter door, and it's much taller than a standard UK door. Skirting is very basic, but some of the elements, I'm not saying this was finished off to such a high standard, but I'm just saying some of the ideas are good. Like here now, I love the glass panel, and again, it never occurred to me to have the twin showers. And I've been in architecture for 30 odd years, but I've never done twin showers. I have done his and her sinks and so on and basins, but not the showers. And that's something I'm going to consider in the future, yeah, depending on the project, of course. And again, this was nice, the square bath, which is quite safe. So if I can't get a proper walk-in shower in, I'll start looking at, instead of putting a normal tub in, I'll start looking at the this style of tub. Again, love the styling of the basin, and I think it's hard to tell. That could be 50 years old or it could be today, but it's a lovely style. It's a classic style. It's always going to look great, and I think that's what you're looking at in a lot of these upscale luxury apartments and penthouses. Right, what else can we say? What else can we talk about? Well, I think I've probably talked enough. Hopefully I've motivated you to, start looking at a few of these apartments and start drawing them up. And if you draw them up, then, get creative, colour them up, furnish them out, and then see what you would change if you wanted to improve this penthouse. How would you improve it? So I mean that would be a lovely tutorial. I'm not sure I'm going to do it, but it would be a lovely tutorial if we said, right, let's change the layout to this apartment to make it work, well, to make it better. So at the moment now we've got 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, and this was a /4 bedroom. So it's a 3/4 bedroom penthouse apartment with roof terrace. So that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. So in other words, we can change it, but I'm not sure we're going to add more value to it. We're just going to change it for the sake of changing it. But again, if you're minded to do so, that's what we can do as designers. But yeah, so for me now, it's been a lovely learning curve to do it, and it's not been a complete waste of time. And let's assume I've spent maybe 2 or 3 hours dealing with this or putting this video together. Excuse me. It's been a lovely learning curve, and hopefully it's been a learning curve for you as well. Now, what we're doing here is I've got 10 videos, 10 tutorials scheduled, and we're going to do different cities across the US. And the idea is to pick up on the architectural elements, and we're going to go expensive on the apartments, because I really want to see what's in the apartments. I want to see if I, for example, if I pick up on a few elements within each apartment, just 2, like I said, the tub and the twin showers and so on. If I pick up on a few elements like that within each apartment, then I'm actually going to be way more informed and a better designer at the end of it. So what I suggest you do is leave a comment if you can. I'd really love to get a comment to say yes, carry on. Which city would you like me to do? Because I know we're doing LA, we're doing Chicago, we're doing Seattle, of course, and there's a few other cities, but we're doing 10. But if you have a preference and you want me to do a particular city or even a particular building, just leave something in the comments. And don't forget, of course, if you want to be notified, you need to subscribe, and that way you won't miss any of these videos. Okay, that's enough for now. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you very much for joining me.